I know.
Chilling, man. Just been vibing. What you been on?
Shit, man. Fucking missed the move at 3 a.m., dog. So I mean, goddamn, just chilling, waiting for
Facts.
the retest.
Shit,
Like,
everything all good with the crib though? I know that storm had came through.
shit was wild. Yeah, niggas got some good sleep though. I can say banging ass sleep.
OB, man. It's like the natural sounds you got on your phone instead of
Yeah,
having
yeah,
to
yeah, bro.
be.
Like I slept good. Smoked a lot of weed. You know me, man. Like,
And that's the hurricane got to, man. Come on
yeah,
now.
hurricane. Yeah, that's the hurricane package right there.
Me.
Real, you know what I mean? Had me a little, you know what I mean? So
You know what I'm saying? I'm already
vibing.
knowing.
It's vibing, straight hurricane vibes. But
What?
yeah, all I've been on, man, just vibing. Nigga got signals and shit I'm doing now. So I've been preparing for that and just studying and getting everything strategically set up, like just my psychological approach. Like that's gonna be the word for the week.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just psychological approach, making sure everybody is approaching their peers and approaching this thing from not just like I said, professional standpoint, but making sure that like they're being in tune and pushing to be 1% better as far as their approach. You know what I mean? Like, how are you approaching? Like, are you making sure like, okay, I have a list of things that I'm checking through before I even look at the chart. So I have a certain mindset that I go into before I even approach the chart. Like just all of that, so that way there's no fear missing out. There's no real greed factor, like everything is coming from a comfortable state. Everything is free and flowing. You know what I mean? And that's one of the major things that I feel like is separates me from a lot of people and just, professional traders is pushing to be that 1%. And like I say, it all comes back to that intent. Like what's that intent that you have for yourself? How like even with the morning message I put out, like how is what you're doing today and your approach to today is gonna really set you up for who you are in January. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like the things that you do today, how you approach the markets, how you approach can really set your 2024 up for success. But it's like you have to start preparing now. Like you can't wait and be preparing like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna wait until December or January or I'm gonna wait until, like no, you have to start preparing now. So by the time January comes, you've built up all this same thing, building up that cushion, building up that momentum. You built up
Hmm.
all this momentum. So now when January 1st hit, it's not like, oh, all of a sudden I got these new habits and I'm a new person. Like, no, it's like I've been building towards this. I've been doing all of this. So now come January 1st, it's straight execution mode. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not preparing no more. Like I can flip that switch. And that's the point that I want y'all to get to as far as focusing up this week because even chart wise, like I was telling my last client, like chart wise, like, we're in the last week of the month. So, it could be a lot of noise. It could be a lot of fluctuation, a lot of this and that, so more times than not, you want to make sure that you're looking for those high impact confluence areas because we're about to go into this what is it, the holiday season and when the market starts slowing down, start doing a bunch of
Yeah.
shit and a lot of noise and it's really better to be safe than sorry with a lot of these things and it takes setups to where you don't have to necessarily be glued to your phone. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Being able to get in, get out type shit. Get what you
yeah,
need.
like not even yeah, get what you need. There you go. You know what I mean? Add to your balance. Like, like those kind of things. Like those are gonna be the things that actually helps as far as your approach, because like if you getting on here and it's just like, all right, first thing I'm looking at, boom, okay, boom, I want to be a part of the market is the feeling, then it's like you already messing up. You know what I'm saying? And then like I was telling somebody else, when you come from those spaces of oh, I got shit to pay, or so you start putting a duration of how you want to trade. Like, oh yeah, I got this $1,000, but I need to turn it to 4K by the end of the week, or I need to do this by the, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
you having thoughts of just taking the money back out, like you already kind of lost. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're not giving yourself that full view, like that full, what am I looking for? The
I know
full
what you're saying though.
vision. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
You gotta have that field of
See the
vision.
whole perspective. Like instead of just seeing it like that tunnel vision, you can see it from your way, the outside way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You got shit going on where it's like, oh yeah, my phone bill due or car note due, that already that hinders your vision. You know what I mean? You already start
Mhm.
looking from going from this broad view to a skewed view already, just because you know what I mean. You start implementing, putting different implementations onto your trading when this should be a free flowing state. Like you shouldn't be looking at these candles as good or bad. All of these should be neutral things to you, and it's just directional points for you, right? So that's just the thing that I wanted to start with, just to really set the gauge and the mindset for what this is. Like I said, this week is going to be major on management and psychological approach. You know what I mean? Because like we've been through the technical homework, we've been through the candlestick analysis homework, we've been through the trend line homework, the fib homework. So now it's more so about our approach, our us being intact with the discipline that it takes for us to see the type of results that are based off of our plan that we set up at the beginning, and
Mhm.
then being able to understanding the four phases, right? Like how am I entering, right? How am I maintaining, right? What's my exit strategy, right? And then how am I placing my profits to where it's taking stress off of that next order? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, being able to say the account balance started at 1,000 and you appreciate the account 1,500, being able to take 500 of that or 1,000 of that and put it into your broker wallet and leave that 500 in there. So that way, not
Yeah, I
only
did. I did that. I remember you told me. You said it's good to like take some money to like. Remember, I told you I had started with that like 1K account,
yep,
and so I got that bid to like I think it was like 1,300. I just
yep,
took like 200 and just put it in a
yep,
broker's account
yep.
and just got
Then
that bid
you
just
got
sitting there.
1,100. Yep, exactly. And just leave it sitting there. Just leave it sitting there, man. Like, and then boom, take the 1,100 to 2,000. Bet, take
And
another
take a
200. Boom, put it in
just
there,
keep
right?
doing that bid
Doing
stacking.
that, bro. Like, so that way it's taking the pressure off of that next trade. You know what I mean? And then like because it's in your broker wallet, if you need it,
You
boom,
could
I
just
can withdraw. If I don't need it and say like I do take a bad L and I need to recover a little bit, now I got some extra fluff I could, you know what I mean? In the storage that I could just go ahead and put in there and make sure I'm good. So all of that comes back to approach as well. You know
yeah
what I'm saying? Because even like I said, my last client, he was like, well, I'll just be trading in there, like I keep most of it in there and the bill. And I'm like, that's okay. But like what happens if you take one bad L?
I've been there.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like where it's like, okay, I had, for instance, I've been there. I had, like I said, I took 1,000 to like 9K. And if
hmm
I would have been doing that, practicing, like I said, my approach, depending being intentional with my approach to it, instead of me being like, okay, yeah, I got 8K of equity. Let me try to take it to 15 with this 8K of equity. If I would have took 4K, put it to the side, I still could have took that extra 4K and did what I wanted to. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
And it's just the comfortability level alone would have been different. You know, I would have been way different as far as my comfortable level. You
Yeah,
know,
just and the way you would have been approaching trades, thinking about
back
shit, like it'd just
about
been like
trades,
a more like
everything.
a
But
yeah.
instead, on a Friday at that, I fucking chanced
Oof. Yeah.
and took a 5K L. You see what I'm
Oh, that's what you was talking about? I remember you had told
saying?
me about that, but
Yeah.
damn.
And that's when I took that 5K. So now what I have to do, I have to put shit in order. So when I
Yeah.
get back up there, it's like, okay, I'm not pressed to really use a fucking point four. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit
Yeah,
like,
fact.
you know what I mean? And really pushing on like, nah, like now I can
Yeah.
really practice the right way and be, like I say, intentional in my approach and fucking, okay, let's put 5K up here. So that way now I got 3K. If news come out, okay, I can play with 1K, I can play with 2K or whatever versus me chancing 80% of my shit or 50% of my profits. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, facts. And I ain't gonna lie too, like it's like when you doing that, like you subconsciously like building like a big ass bank account that you're not even using type shit. So it's like,
not even using. And I had to really think about that because I was like, damn, every time I went and saw like Q or somebody like and he would show when he would every blue moon show a nigga like what he got going on. Like he always had money in that wallet, bro.
Hmm.
And that's what made me start putting more emphasis on the wallet in the brokerage account because like every time it don't matter if he was about to send somebody some money to pay for some shit or whatever, it's coming out of that wallet. Like it would never like he would withdraw from the wallet in BTC and like send it to somebody BTC.
Yeah. So
Whatever
it's
the
not like
case.
it's coming out of my bank account type shit.
So nothing's never coming out of the bank account, nigga.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's
is
hard.
never coming out of that nigga's bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then if it is swiping on the day to day, major credit card.
Yeah. Facts.
You know
I
what I'm
ain't not.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
like when you got the money and it's flowing like that, and you got a real live bank, you got your bank account that you don't even have to touch, nigga. Like you don't even gotta, you feel me? Like it's a whole different type of comfortability. It's a whole different type of peace and gracefulness that you are able to just move with.
It's
And
so crazy that you just said that. I was like, it's so I'm having like a euphoria moment. I was talking to my brother, man, and I'm in the book, the stillness and around. There's a part in chapter 2. It's like a beware your desires. The one before is like choose your virtue, and then it's like the enough part, where like the E word, where turn not turn what's his name, Tiger Woods, his dad, but like never say that shit. But it's like there's certain times in my life where I'd be like, damn, bro, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But then you think like, bro, I got a house, I got this, I'm trading, I got money. You feel me? And you start to like be like more
more
calm and shit.
grateful, more thankful, and
Yeah, bro, you're not approaching shit so aggressive. Like I
exactly
need this shit. Like it's like, man, if it come, it come. But hey, at least I know I'm Gucci, bro. It's just crazy that you said that shit.
right.
And that book is fire though. I'm about to start part 3. That book is super fire. There was a part in there, part 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was when the baseball player Sean Green, when he was going through like that slump and shit, and when he like I guess he's a Buddhist or some shit,
Right.
and basically just practice the same shit he's doing, just clearing his mind and shit. And sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I just got to take a step away from the charts because like I got so much. I'm too worried about my regular day-to-day life that it's like I'm over here like putting this pressure on the charts, and it's like I be feeling like, bro, when I'm calm and smooth as fuck, that's when I'm hitting trades back to back. I'm
Yep.
scaling in, shit just smooth. Like I
Yep.
ain't stressing about nothing. Like shit be crazy.
Yep. And that's how we want it. We want that shit comfortable. We want that shit smooth as fuck. We want the setups that got two, three, four confluences. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to feel like we chasing anything. Like we want to practice what niggas be preaching. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like I say, always have that third perspective of coaching yourself of like, damn, how would it be if somebody else was, you know what I mean? Like if I was trading somebody else's account, or how would it be if I'm managing somebody else, or somebody else I was managing my younger self or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's how you want that shit to be. So when you coaching yourself up, you getting used to it. Like you getting used to being like you already a self-motivated person, but like, you know what I mean? Like just pushing it even
Now I
more.
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like you gotta really take it to that next level to get to that next level. Cause it's
Exactly.
like, I
Exactly.
know what you mean. That shit looks smooth though. It was crazy because I was back testing 30 over the weekend. It's so crazy, like a 5 minute push. That shit 100 and something pips. Like
Shit really is though.
that shit is crazy, bro. On GU, that should be like 30, 20 pips, bro. On 30, that shit 100 plus. Like, oh man.
Yeah, bro. No, it's really be like that.
I want to ask. I did have a question, man, because like I feel like sometimes like when I come to the chart, I be looking for like not necessarily like too much of a perfect trade, but like you know what I'm saying. Like it's like all right. I'm looking for this, right? Boom. It may look a little different, like not necessarily look a little different, but it may be just something that I may not have wanted, and then like I may not necessarily miss out. It may push a little bit, and then it'll, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it'll actually like fully go through, and then you miss the whole move. So like my question is like, do you ever find yourself trying to look for like, or had a point where you were trying to look for like too much of that perfect setup, like too much of that, like you're coming to the charts like I need this, like it needs to look like this type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to describe it, but
Say that one more time so I can
like,
follow.
have you ever been through a point where like you was at your trading career where like you feel like you come in to the chart looking for too much of a perfect setup, like or too much of a
No,
like
hell no. I'm not looking for nothing perfect because it's too much randomness that occurs for one. Like I feel like
Hmm.
experience teaches you that. Maybe let me not be closed off. Maybe when I was like second year type shit.
That's what I was saying. Like when you was kind of
Yeah,
like first coming up. So I
yeah,
know right
yeah,
now it's different, but
yeah. So probably looking for like the bullish engulfing or like you know what I mean. Like before I went to the 5DC type shit, but after that, like he taught us, you got to be open to how candles form, especially
mm-hmm.
with indices. Like you got to be open to how candles form because they can show you like one big ass bullish candle, like where I could show you. I think that shit happened on like the 1 hour or something last week. Yeah, like that shit can show you, a big ass bearish candle. Then goddamn, you feel me? Push back,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case is. Like it can show you fucking, wicked out. You could think things is about to maintain support, and then next thing you know, what it dropped. You know what I mean? So it's like same shit. Like it could be a big ass pullback like this, and then that shit really just be what a counter trend on a lower time frame, and then
And then drop.
one big
Yeah.
ass bearish candle can literally take out 6, 7 fucking bullish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be real live open to how things forming. That's why I say a lot of my shit is based on placement. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like what place makes sense as far as entry base points and placement areas and of emphasis. You know what I mean? Like and being able to understand that, like how do I want to execute based on my technicals and what's the relationship I built with my technicals and price. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Nah, it's just it's not something that happens out often. It's just sometimes where like I
no,
come to
it
the chart
happens. Trust me, it happens
and
for sure. Like
I just thought, like kind of like because like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nobody else who trade and shit like this besides my brother and shit. So it's like you can't really talk to somebody and be like, hey bro, you can relate to this. So it's like, of course, you feel like you're the only one going through it. So it's
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, niggas go through that for sure. Niggas go through that for sure, man. Like, and the biggest thing is getting back to the basics when shit like that happens. It's almost like you a shooter, but like this game, past 2 games or whatever, your shit just been off. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, bet that just mean I just really gotta go to my gonna get in my bag,
Yeah,
like
facts.
in my bag and just get back to the fundamentals, get back under the rim, seeing one go in, seeing two go in, you know what I mean? Then taking a step back out, seeing another one go in, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
having that
facts.
pattern and that confidence back in it, and that just that muscle memory in the shot itself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Yeah,
it's the same thing with this, bro. Like really, like when I go through like little losing streaks and shit like that, and or whatever, like it's just really about seeing a good quality trade happen.
yeah, just to change everything.
Just
Yeah,
because it can change everything, it give you all type of momentum. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just being able to see that, be cool with that, and once you see that one go in, it's like all right, bet like or what I do, like even what I did for my signals, like I just wrote out everything I said. Like I took my journal that I made and shit like that.
hmm,
I just write everything out, like, get my thoughts out. As far as like, okay, I know this week we got fundamentals, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:30, Thursday, 8:30, 10, 1, 4, Friday, 8:30, 10. My higher time frame bias is gonna be off the monthly, weekly, daily H4, monthly bearish candle full. The weekly candle look like it could be slowing down based on the line chart. Daily downtrend overall still could be counter trend and making lower highs, lower lows. Um, but it's testing daily support. H4 broke support, looking to make lower lows, lower highs. Still haven't found a floor yet. And no transition. M30, M10 clear downtrend, lower highs, lower lows being maintained. No major resistance has been broken to begin transition. So I know like what I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, facts.
Like, long as I know what I'm looking for and I have reasons for why I'm doing everything, bro, like I'm okay with any result. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
That's
that,
one thing that way of the turtle book did taught me though, bro. You could do everything perfect, that shit still not work out. You
it
just got to
still
be
don't
able
work
to.
out. But that's why you have to have reasons because you'll
Yeah,
feel better about having reasons, nigga, and shit just ain't work out versus like, oh yeah, like I ain't got no reason for shit and I just
I just lost.
oh yeah, like you're not gonna have no, you're just gonna be like, fuck. Like at least with this, you could be like, oh, I follow my plan. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of them days, I guess, or one of them or damn, maybe I
Yeah,
was a little too early, or you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like, or damn, did I really wait until the shit was printed? Did it really tell me sellers were in control? Or was I trying to get in early? Was I trying to get a quick entry? Was I trying, you know what I mean? Like all
Hmm.
that stuff. So it's like you have to be able to separate the ego and the pride, you know what I mean? And really just be a trader. Like just be a trader.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that all comes from the psychological approach, man. Like, how is your
Yeah, I got that written down right here, but psychological approach,
yeah,
management, the 4 phases.
yup. 4 phases, man. Like you gotta be able to understand like how am I entering? Is my entry based on my risk to reward parameters? Is it did I use the correct lot size based on my lot size distribution, based on the environment that I'm interacting with? You know, am I in it at an entry base point or not? Like, you know, am I what fib level am I at? Like all of that shit is gonna matter.
Yeah, facts. Because it just gives it more reason that, I mean, even if you doesn't go wrong, right, the next time you take it, it's a lot more, you're
Right.
gonna be a lot more probable.
Right. That part. That part. And that's all we want is to be probable. Way more probable than the next nigga.
Oh man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. 30 do be looking a little enticing, but I be wanting to just be a little bit more consistent uh
Got
with
to, man.
with the currencies, because it's like, all right, you doing smooth on the currencies, but I feel like for me personally, I want to just be slapping them bitches to the point where it's like I gotta get on 30, like
Yeah, got to. Got to, bro.
that shit smooth.
Yeah, bro. I would say, like I told you, even if you wanna start fucking with it, I would even say Nas.
Yeah, and it's a better time to like when I wake up, because sometimes GU be pushing at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and
Right,
I be exhausted trying to get up on in that time.
right. So really is not really I would say start off on Nas. And if you fucking with Nas, then I would say fuck with the 30.
Yeah, and shit, man, and especially like how this if it's moving anything like 30, man, I won't even have to be in trades as long either.
At
Like
all. At
you can
all. I can promise you that.
be key instead of swing trading, I could be fucking just day trading. Boom, 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 slapping that shit.
That's really it.
Oh man, are you in the shit right now, or are you just analyzing that bill?
I'm just analyzing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just analyzing now. Cause I missed the 3 a.m. This shit happened at 3 a.m. So I went to sleep at like 1:30, niggas.
yeah.
Fucking sick. I hate being a human sometimes. Like for real, bro. Like, I hate being a human. It's so weak, bro. Like we are,
Bruh.
bro, we get sick. We gotta go to sleep. We gotta fucking piss and shit. Like, man, we smart. You know what I mean? And not even really that, because we can only use a little ass percentage of our brain, bro. Like this shit
Facts.
fucked up, bro. Like, I can't stand being a human sometimes, bro. Like, I know that shit sounds. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Nah,
how
bro.
the
I've
fuck
been
I
there
can't use a?
before, bro.
How the fuck I can't? I can only use 10% of my brain, bro.
Feel me? I'll find a way to make my body stay up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like then your body shut down, then you stay, and then you doing too much. You know what I mean? You start fucking tweaking out and shit. Like,
Facts.
man, it should be crazy, bro. So I be like, man,
That be
bro.
me every time I wake up. It's 4 a.m. and I see GU at the floor, at the ceiling. I just look at that shit like,
I and then with this motherfucker, it's like, bro, some days it's gonna push during NY, some days it's gonna
yeah, you
push
never know,
after NY, some days it's gonna push during London. Like, bro, I was like, bro, come on, man. Like,
bro. I remember like, cause I always keep 30 on my chart. Like I just like what I'm
I
saying,
was,
keeping
I
it in my
was,
watch list.
look, it was like 120, and I'm looking at all this consolidation. I said, fuck that, went to sleep. That shit shot up,
Pew pew.
down,
Boom.
came back, made a little weak ass little triple top.
Triple top.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
that's why I
That's
got.
so crazy, bro. It's so,
That's
bro.
why.
What really be pissing me off, bro, is like you'll see the chart, you'll wake up the next day, the time, and I'm talking about like literally 30 minutes or 15 minutes, an hour after you went to sleep is when it started pushing. I'm like, bro, if I could have just stayed up 1 more hour.
Right.
Oh man, nah. GU, what shit? What shit? My phone.
Yeah, go ahead, your turn. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I've been cooling because I just ain't been liking what I've been seeing. So I'm gonna show you what I got so far.
Yeah, but
Yeah. See this Zoom shit. I can never fucking All right, bet. Um, let's just start from the top. Monthly time frame. I had this drawn up for a little minute. This little kind of like ascending triangle almost broke out, made this lower high point. Based off the monthly, created like this little tweezer top off the backside of this trend line, going down to like my weekly, clearly seeing price maintaining the backside of the trend line, breaking some levels of support on the daily. Broke this daily trend line I had from a long time ago. It just came out, breaked out. I went to my seller side of my trend line, started making lower lows, lower high points. Broke out of here, made this little 23.6 movement. Obviously, if you go to like a lower time frame, you can clearly see prices making lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. This was that FOMC push right here. Price had this level of support here, made this new low here with these two tested candles. I have my fibs drawn up at this 23.6. And this was Friday, so I don't really like placing trades on Friday. I'll hold a trade to Friday, but I don't like just entering on Friday is not normally the days I'm trying to trade. So
Right.
it came down, broke out, was at this negative 27% this morning. When I looked at it, it was here. So made this low, and then I was like, all right, I got some confluence because if I with this 23.6 fib, the negative 61.8, if you hop back out to like the higher time frame on the weekly, I got this line drawn where my MA is, and it's literally confluence with the MA based off the higher time frame. So if I go back to like the lower time frame, I'm just looking for price to maintain these higher lows. I mean lower lows, lower highs based off this lower time frame structure because everything is tight based off the 23.6 movement. So right now, um, I got a mini fib. Let me draw this mini fib. I deleted that shit. Uh, Reset my chart. I had like a mini fib. I had one here, point A, point B. So now this is the fib I had here, point A to point B. Price is still maintaining these lower lows, lower high points. We had this little ascending triangle based off the H1 that had tested. So right now I'm just looking for price to maintain this bearish structure
Mm-hmm.
and then continue on down to like the negative 61.8 based off my H1 fib. And
Right.
then after that, looking for it to start counter trending, go ahead and modify my fib and then continue to just look to continue the bearish momentum. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
So just trying to be patient. I mean, I really don't even trade. Like it's crazy because like Sundays and Mondays and Fridays, I've been noticing like I'll back test all weekend. And then like Mondays, I always take like a L because I'm like fucking fiending the, you know what I'm saying? I've been back testing
Fuck with
all,
something. Yeah,
you
man.
feel me? Like I just want to trade so bad. So it's like I've been doing this thing where like I kind of like on Mondays I kind of just chill out. Or if I do trade, I draw like a lower lot size just
Mm-hmm.
so I could kind of set my week up. But I just decided not to trade this morning. But I mean, this shit looks so pretty. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna be patient, sit on my hands, wait for what I want, and
Yeah.
then go ahead and execute.
Yeah. Cause that
So
be,
yeah,
bro, I be tired of not waiting for what I want. Like I'll say I'm gonna
man,
wait, and then it'll be right there, and then I get the fucking jitter hands and be like, fuck it. And then next thing I know, that shit'll
boom.
go right to the place what I said I should have waited. I'll be like, fuck, I should have just waited an extra 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Like
You feel me? Now you
I would
sick and
saw no
draw down.
drawdown. You know what I'm saying? Now I done
Yeah,
saw 40 fucking pips of drawdown for no fucking reason. You know what I'm
G
saying?
shit.
Just because I wanted to go right then and there, like, you know.
And that should have mentally like tire yourself, bro. Just being in drawdown all the time, bro. That should have mentally like have you exhausted.
On me.
But let me draw this fib. I've been noticing though that mini fib shit you was talking about, man. That shit it really do help, especially when you're trying to get like scaling opportunities
Right.
because like obviously like you got to know like when you're scaling and you're trying to depend on the train, you're trying to get on higher lows or lower high points. So it's like obviously you got to be measuring this shit. But like something like this is what so this is kind of like why I was backtesting this weekend because I noticed sometimes obviously like if you're on a lower time frame you gotta wait for price to get to like a certain area of
Right.
confluence to feel comfortable enough to enter and not have any like a lot of drawdown and shit because like obviously like a push like this on M5 like
Right.
there is no real true variation till up here so it makes sense but like so like in the time let's say like just for just a quick example type shit so like you see how price Um, uh, I just want to find like a quick example. All right, so you see this push right here, right? So you see how it made this low, made this high, and it continue with this bearish trend and shit. So like, are you not necessarily looking for a transition on your lower time frame, like as if you did on your higher time frame, or are you just looking for it to go to just a certain placement area?
My bad. Say that one more time, bro.
You smooth. So like basically, right? So you know how like this right here, this push, like there was no like true engulfing on this time frame at least until like right up here. But like
Right.
there's sometimes there's pushes where like you'll get this push and like on a lower time frame you try to get like entry up here and then it'll fuck you. So like is it better to just wait for like just the entry placement area rather than the transition?
That's because that's like entering in the middle.
Yeah,
That's like
that's what
entering
I
in
was
the middle.
noticing.
Yeah, like you gotta wait. You gotta wait on like one of those like real retracement areas.
Yeah, like these previous like low points to the side is like kind of like where you're um kind of like targeting.
Right, exactly.
All right. All right, yeah, that kind of because it's like I always one thing the thing about me is because like don't get me wrong, bro. I can you know what I'm saying I could get on that bit, I can find a good trade, I can hold that bit, get to the negative 27%. It's just I'm trying to get like precise with that bit so I could not only do or I guess you could say trade, but like to trade at like a higher level. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Instead of just trading, because I mean, I heard Q say he was like, man, you can make 30 pips all day, but nobody ain't you feel me? Nobody gonna be fucking with
Right.
you, bro. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like that was like a little clear up because I'd be like taking trades. You remember that one trade I showed you when you it was like you should have waited to the left side because of the placement. Like I used to get in trades like that all the time. Like I don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, it'd be right, but I'd be in drawdown for hours, like for
And that's what
multiple
niggas don't
trades.
want. That's what niggas don't want, bro.
That should be so it's like now that like my trades are starting to get closer to the top or the bottom, it's like now I'm feeling a lot more confident and comfortable. Um, and it's crazy because like I don't know if you, I'm pretty sure you know because I'm pretty sure you would put but like the books, like when you actually read the books and take notes on the books and you apply the shit wrote like work. Like, I ain't gonna flag. Like I never even been like no nigga who just, oh, I'm just gonna pick up a book and just start reading type shit. Like I read, don't get me wrong, I can't read, but when I start like applying the shit to the books you got us reading and shit, it just makes it like a little bit easier.
Right.
Oh shit.
That's why, and you gotta be reading while you doing shit like this, bro. Got to, got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you're not reading, like it'll fuck you. It's just how you going about your thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just be thinking everywhere but where you need to be type shit.
Right. That part.
Yeah, let me see.
But yeah, man, that's really all I got for today, though. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, they set me up well. That management, psych approach, and understanding that being picky sometimes could be a good thing. Like
Right.
what's coming out of Tuesday, Wednesday. So all right. So we only got what major news, but like you said Tuesday,
Yeah, Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday looks smooth though.
Yeah, Wednesday we got hella news coming up.
On Wednesday?
Or is it Thursday? One of them
Uh,
shit, I think
it's
it's
Thursday. They
Thursday. Yeah,
been,
yeah,
yeah.
Thursday we got hella news coming out. So that's why I'm like, shit.
Bro, these Euro flashes, these bitches be they be doing crazy shit to these currencies, bro.
I,
No cap. I be like, bro, I see a red thing at 3. I'm like, man, that's not even my pair, man. That shit ain't finna. And I wake up, that bitch drop 200, 100 pip. I'm like, oh hell no. It's Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Oh man, and then you got that 3-day class coming up too.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
ask you a question though, 'cause I know you in Virginia, right?
Right.
I know it's kind of like a weird question, but like, do you teach people in person too? Like, if they was like, "Hey, bro, I paid some cheap paper," you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, nigga.
'Cause this Zoom shit cool and all, you know what I'm saying? But it's different when a
And that's
nigga
why
like,
I be doing the 3DCs for motherfuckers to like fly out to where I'm at, whatever. But like,
yeah,
hell yeah, if somebody was like, yeah, bro, I got 5K for you, I got 3K for you, like, pull up on me, like, da da da, like, hell yeah, nigga, what? It just got to be worth it.
definitely.
It can't be no
Uh,
bullshit. Like, it can't be like, oh yeah, bro, I got 1,000 for you, bro. Can you? I'm in LA. Can you pull up
yeah,
on me?
yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. That bogus. No. That's bogus. No, no, no. Bro, cause I ain't gonna cap, but like the little couple the month or the month we've been working on it, man, I could definitely see like an improvement in my trading and like
Good, bro.
my
Like,
psychology and shit.
that's all I want, bro. Like, cause that's what I do, psychology, bro. So it's like I'm not trying to have you doing nothing extra. I'm not trying to have you trading outside of your strategy. Like, no, I just want to help you strengthen your mentality, strengthen what you got going on. And then from there, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
From there, bro, like we just keep growing. Like, and if you could tell me, like, bro, I feel like I done learned some stuff, bro. I done got right. Like, then that's all I really want. Like, I don't care if you the only thing you learned was perseverance bias and perception of prophecy. Like it's like, bro, I done put you on some shit. You done got to learn some shit. Like, like from there, it's about how you managing it and what you decide to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like how far you want to go with it. Like
Facts. Nah, man. I ever since I started this, I was like, nah, this is what I want to do, man. I stopped going to school and everything because I was going to school to be a hygienist, and then I was going to be transition to be a dentist.
that's
I'm
hard.
like, man, it's crazy because I'm one class away from getting into the program. Like, it's my last class, like microbiology, like two or some shit, like some crazy shit. And I'm like, I could do this crazy ass class, or I could work on this trading shit. And
And that's really what it be though. It'd be like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? Like,
yeah, shit, I was like,
I'd be
damn, I
like,
want to.
I want to be able to make money while I'm in class. Like that's my biggest thing. Like I want to make money while I'm in class. I want to make money. Like I want to make more than my teacher. And
Hmm.
even when I was at a job, bro, it was like, bro, I want to make more than the job. Like I want to be at job talking to these niggas about the charts and telling these niggas like, hey, this the only income you got. This the only thing you could you know like check me out, bro.
Facts.
I'm about to be rich soon. Like that was me. Like when I was working at
Uh,
AT&T, working at Enterprise and all of that shit, bro. Like that was legit me. Like I'm like,
Bro, I tell my supervisor all the time, every time I see
hey,
his
bro.
ass,
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
like, bro, I'm finna be
Bitch.
having, boy.
I be like, bro, and I spoke all this shit into existence. Bro, I'm gonna have my own website soon, bro. Bro, I'm about to get funded by da 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 by FTMO by da 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 da. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna have my own course soon, man. I'm telling you.
That hard. That hard.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have these one-on-ones popping, bro. Watch, like, I'm gonna get to the point where I got like 10 students, bro. Like, same thing with the center. Hey, bro, like, I'm gonna start these signals up soon. When I start these signals, bro, like, we just gonna go. Like, we're gonna go with it. Whatever work. Like,
Hell yeah.
like just keep trading how I've been trading, bro. And people fuck with me. They fuck with my entries.
Hell yeah.
That don't mean they got the patience I got.
Bruh.
Sit
That's
through.
one thing. That is something, boy. Cause boy,
I could enter I could enter this trade right now, but it might not go in my favor for like the next 2 hours, three
you talking
hours.
about you talking about 30?
Yeah. Like if I was to enter the 30 right now, like you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Let me show you. Let me show you my shit so you see what I'm looking at.
All right, man.
For instance,
Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen.
if I enter like, let's say we had 88.6 retracement, boom, I enter, let's say short position, boom, say 100 pips, boom, like 100 pips, let's say, boom, negative 27, whatever, right?
Hmm.
This shit might not go in my favor. This shit could do all of this. I be telling niggas, bro, like I might get in there, but this shit might do all of this, and then you
And
know,
that's when you talk about trusting your stop loss.
yeah, because niggas is
Yeah.
my entry.